Hey guys, how's it going? I have one of our clients here, Stacey Fulton from Fulton Realty Group here in Toronto. Hey Stacey, why don't you let them know what market you're in and how long you've been a realtor?
Yeah, hi Adam.
Hey,
I'm Stacey Fulton. I've been a realtor for about 12 years now, I guess, and I predominantly work in the Toronto market. So I'm in the west end of Toronto, but probably from beaches over to Etobicoke, south part of Toronto.
awesome. Yeah, and like Stacey, like when we first started working together, how often were you reaching out to clients? Yeah, how often were you reaching out to people?
It was really random, it was sort of if they came to just happened to come to mind or something happened. So there was no real plan and probably not very often.
True.
Not as often as I should be.
Yeah, it's pretty common. I mean, most teams are pretty random, and I'm assuming that then there wasn't like really a plan or organization for those touch points with clients. Again, pretty random.
Oh, you always think you have a plan that you're going to
True.
implement. Yeah, like that
Yeah.
was always, it doesn't seem like it should be that hard. But thinking about doing it and actually getting it done are actually two completely different things.
Yeah. And then I know you guys are using a bit of email. Like, how is email working? Were you getting like high open rates? I know obviously we're using text right now. It's going great. But
Yeah.
how is email working on your
I
end?
mean, email, I've always been worried about wanting to add value. So emails sometimes come across as spammy. So I don't think that that's really, some people like some of the information, other people don't. And it definitely wasn't something it was more just me pushing stuff out. It didn't create really any engagement or conversations with clients.
Got it. Yeah, we see that too. People kind of you kind of send it out. You don't get much feedback, and it's just a little bit more. It's not as personal.
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. And then how would you say like our system helps save you time? Like I know you have that assistant, but how would you say it kind of helps you save time? Reaching out to people at scale, like all your clients. Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, it's kind of the plan that I always wanted to have and implement, but never did. And like with your help, and it's just it's different. Like it's just getting done now, it's
Got
already
it.
done for me and it's pretty easy. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things. Definitely want to help. Accountability is huge. We find that
Hmm.
like kind of making sure that the teams get it done. That's a big part
Yeah.
of
You've been really great at staying on top of me and
it.
pushing things forward. So that's really what I needed, like you said, is just help pushing things forward.
Yeah. Sometimes you know what you need to do, but then us like we kind of make sure you
Yeah.
guys do it. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
make sure it keeps getting done. But yeah, I guess like so through like client nurture system, like give us a story of one of the listings or referrals you got and kind of what happened there. Yeah, with that
Yeah. So,
client.
I've really just started getting going with you like a few months ago, maybe, I think. So, I have a client that I may or may not have. I think the biggest thing does it's less likely for people to slip through the cracks,
Yes.
right? So it would have been very easy. This one particular client, um, started getting my messages and started communicating with me. Then a couple of questions about real estate. Oh, but we're not looking. Translates into, oh, we saw a house, we want to see it, but we're still not interested. We're not ready. Then they fell in love with the house, and they didn't end up buying that house. But now like it's in motion. It's put the process in motion, and they're going to get their ducks in line. And if I hadn't have been in contact with them through this program, I doubt that I would have even had that conversation.
Got it. Got it. Because I know, yeah, they've been with another realtor before and
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, she had been working with, I had her originally, and then because people are online all the time, talking to millions of realtors or thousands of realtors, and she ended up purchasing her last condo through a different realtor just because, being in the flow or not in the flow with somebody. And since I've been in touch with her, I've
Mhm.
definitely engaged her and know that she'll work with me moving forward.
Oh wow. So you're saying, oh wow, so you used to work with her and then she went with another
She
realtor
bought
and they
her
brought
first
her
condo
back.
with me, and
Okay.
then she
I didn't
found
know that.
a listing on Zoocasa or somewhere, and she ended up just sort of going out. People get excited, right? Like they get
Yes.
excited, they get in the moment. So if you're not around or in their lives, they can get scooped up at an open house. They can meet an agent online. All these things happen. So that's what happened the last time. But since she's now in the system and I'm contacting her on a regular basis, I know that she wants to work with me. She apologized for using this other person. It was just sort of a convenience and a timing thing. But I know now that she definitely wants to continue working with me. I just have to stay in touch with her.
For sure. No, that's awesome. I didn't even know that that was the full part of the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then like, would you have had some of the conversations you've had with clients if we weren't kind of, helping you reach out to people at scale, like just kind of keeping in touch more with people? Like, would you have had some of the conversations you've had?
No, definitely, definitely not. There's so many little things that, just people, like I said, I'm sending emails to all these same people, but I wasn't communicating with them on a personal level. So I'm sure some of my stuff went to junk or they don't even look at it. But now when I send out messages that are personal and on a regular basis, like people actually do respond, ask me what I'm doing for my long weekend. Like it's reconnecting and recreating relationships and making them stronger and deeper, right? It's just it's a whole different thing. So I'm having many more of those conversations I definitely wouldn't have had if I just continue sending emails. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And then a couple more questions. Like I know we have a brand new brand that you started. You joined a new brokerage. We had 0 reviews starting out. I think we're up to 22 now with the new brand very quickly.
Yeah.
How do we help kind of build that up? And yeah, how easy was it? Yeah.
Okay. So that was like one of the best things because it's, you want your Google reviews up and you made it super, super easy. One of the best things that I loved about it was that you saw I had Google reviews related to another business with somebody else, and you were able to go in and take all of the reviews that were mine, copy and paste them, and create a message with a super easy link so that people that I had past reviews from could really just click a link and paste their past review back in, and it was literally like done for them like that. So I mean, I have more to go, but like I think it was a span of probably almost like within 10 days, like under 2 weeks, I went from 0 to 22 Google reviews.
Yeah.
And new ones too. Like the link that you send is really easy, right? Like before it felt like a little more convoluted to get people to go there and sign in. So the link is easy. You're really great with, getting information or past information from clients and making it super easy for them. So that was really good.
Awesome. Yeah. I find a lot of teams are either shy to do it, but a lot of people have reviews all over the place, and just like sometimes consolidating them in Google is huge.
Well, I would ask before, like I think probably in an email or somewhere. Do you know what I mean? I had it in my systems of buried somewhere to do it, but it just people weren't doing it. And I just found that I got Google reviews from people that I had asked previously a different way, and all of a sudden I'm getting Google reviews.
Absolutely. And the text makes it a huge difference too, right? And we obviously know what kind of works as far as messaging, like we've been doing this. And so last 2 questions, what excites you most about like the system working for you in the coming years, right? So 3 years from now, we're keeping in touch with everybody. What kind of excites you most? Yeah.
I think I really love all my clients and I have a lot of great people in there, and staying in touch with them is just, I know that there's going to be no business that's going to fall through the cracks. Like I said, it's easy for people to fall out of flow with each other. And now I feel like I'm just in flow. It's also a really great way to just give them information. Like it's about being of value. So like, you're not just text messaging them, have a great long weekend kind of stuff. Like you set up things for me to send people that I would have never done. And it really adds value to my clients. And so it's just going to enrich all of these relationships and be helpful and be beneficial for my business bottom line for sure.
For sure. Yeah. It's all about giving value back. Right. And I find that's where some teams do it wrong. It's always about the client. Right. And we always want them to be excited to hear from you and welcome that. And then last question, would you recommend us to other realtors? Yeah. That are in the similar position, right? They have a big database. They've been years in the business. Yeah. Yeah.
I already have. And we both know that he's very happy and loves you just as much as I do. So I would definitely continue to do that and have only the highest praise for you and your company.